Hi, son. Hello. Just doing my posting thing. I'm waiting for the ads to end, and then we will get right to it. Oh, which ones are the ones I posted? The noise works. Welcome on in. I hope the noise isn't too loud. Let me know how that sounds. If it's too strong or not. Let's forget to post here.
Hello there.
Hello there. I can definitely hear them today, which is cool. Okay, that's good. That's enough. That's enough self promo for a lifetime. Oh, thank you for the stretch. Oh, thank you, thank you. We are almost free from Zads. So I don't know if you can hear me or not, son. But if not, you'll hear me in just a couple seconds. I'll be there soon. I'll be there very soon. Oh, ah! No, just shaking my table all over the place. Ah, beans. Yeah. Alright. Her voice is a little quiet. Alright. Sounds good. There's like... boosted it up a little bit. I tried to minimize the mic a little bit today because there's just like... I don't know what exactly is going on outside. There's like a little bit of a hum going on outside that was making kind of a loud room tone. So... I was trying to minimize that a little bit, but I think maybe the best thing to do is to just give the gates a chance to adjust to my voice a little bit. That's better? Okay. Hopefully there's not too much room tone going on with my voice as well. 'Cause yeah, I don't know what's making sound outside today. There's something out there. Something. Let's switch over. Also, you can hear me. Hello. I'm glad. Hello. Let's see. Oh, let me know how the alerts sounded, because I could definitely hear the alerts. So I don't know if that means that they're too loud or just the right volume. Oh, room 10. Okay. That works. That's very fair. That's very fair. Um, all right, yeah. Well, at the very least, let me know how the redeem sounded and how the music sounded, if you have a moment, so that I can balance those out for you. But yeah, new redeem, and it's gonna. So I did it. I did it myself because I didn't know how to ask the internet for what I wanted in trying to program Mix It Up to do the redeem that I wanted to do. So I found some bits and pieces, and then I combined that knowledge with what I did before with the captain's log that I did for Dredge. And ultimately I was like, oh, okay. Let me try a couple of things. So there was a day where I was just in here in the chat doing a whole bunch of test redeems and to various degrees of success, but now it actually works. So it should tell you, welcome back to the cafe. Jingling of this, it was good. Music was soft, but also I couldn't hear a single bit. Oh. I do have the music on a little bit soft. It's also very quiet music today. It's a horror ambient, a horror video game. It shouldn't be any music that's too scary. It's just like in the ambient, just the kind of ambiance, little sound of it. I fixed the chat so that's the right size again. I don't know how it got so tiny, but it did. I noticed that in the VOD. What else? I'm trying to think of housekeeping stuff. I'll wiggle my fingers to provide enrichment. Hello. Yeah, so I got the redeem to work. Ambient thriller, raw. And so the redeem should be working now, and it says like welcome to the cafe. It says the username. And then it just gives you a little bit of like a little lore immersion thing of from the counter you get handed. And then what you get handed is right now one of 30 randomized drinks. But you can redeem to get your own drink on the menu. So if you have any idea of something that you would want on there, you can totally add it. If you want a drink that kind of resembles yourself, you can request that, and I will do my best to create a drink that reminds others of you. And then, yeah, it will let you know how many times you've checked in as well. It actually will keep a running inventory of everyone. So if I check in, for example, my voice is a little cracky today. Tempted to draw this drink I was given. Oh, do it. Yeah, I haven't given up on, I know I don't have it in the chalkboard anymore, but I have not given up on doing a community art slideshow yet. I am just going to do it in a different way that will be ultimately faster for me to actually put people's art up and my own art up in a more efficient way than how I was doing it, which was becoming way too complicated, and I was just making a very silly workflow for myself there. But there's a lot of watercolors that we're going to work on today. Let me see. There's quite a few watercolors we are working on today. I actually have a checklist of the ones that I wanted. If I can't necessarily finish them this week, like at least start all of them this week. So I have boards prepped for a couple of different watercolors. One is going to be a new logo, or really a new profile picture for the cafe. And also I'm going to be using it on YouTube, as well as on Twitch and anywhere that I put stuff. I just want something that has the same, well, it has a similar aesthetic to the still life that I did a quick picture of that I have now, but that I watercolored myself, and that also features me and the cats, if I can. We'll see. So I'm going to be trying to draft that. I'm also going to be drafting some of the frames and just kind of overall aesthetic pieces that I want to use for like the banners, for the frame of the new overlay that I want to work on, and start to work on those a little bit as well. Those I'm probably going to do last just because there's a lot of stuff that I'm kind of going to be experimenting with and playing with and not necessarily settling on until I get something I really, really like. And then one of them, I'm actually glad that it looks like Roz has either gone to work or has helped out the kiddo or has gone to nap. Because one of the things I want to work on today is actually a birthday piece for Roz, but I only have so much time to work on watercolors. And so I was like, I'm going to have to work on it on stream if I really want to get it done. So Roz might end up seeing it, but if Roz can avoid seeing the surprise for a little bit longer, that would be cool. So Roz's birthday is coming up. I came up with, I actually did the sketch this morning while watching Roz, and I'm really excited about that one. And then there's 3 other ones. I have a lot of watercolors I've wanted to do. 2 of them are actually going to tie together, and they are Ballad of Ennersval fan art. So one is Ritz in Cempasúchil, which is Mexican marigolds, and then a mirroring piece to that is actually going to be scrambles. I tried to sketch out the Ritz one. I wasn't happy with what I ended up with, so I'm going to end up erasing that whole board. But I started to sketch the scrambles one, and that one is going to be my basis for figuring out the Ritz one now, because the scrambles one, the loose sketch of it actually came out really satisfying. So yeah, that's going to be fun. I'll explain a little bit more of that one once I'm on it. And then if I have the chutzpah and the energy, I have another nebula ready to go for me to paint. So yeah, lots of things to paint. We're not necessarily going to do them all today, but I am being kind to my ADHD this week, and I am letting myself bounce from project to project, and as some projects dry, I'm going to jump to other ones. And I thought that might be interesting for folks to see, is like what the process looks like if you're working on multiple watercolors at once. It's not nearly as chaotic as one would think. So yeah. She was eating and watching TV with the kiddo. Yay! Good. Yeah, she was streaming for a really long time today, so I'm glad that she's chilling out now. And yeah, I have my boards here. I actually pre-prepped a bunch of watercolor papers. So what I did was just I stretched them out on these like canvas boards and then did a first coat of water. Hey Gray, welcome on in. What did you get? You got a vial filled with sutured futures. The threads glisten and smell of cinnamon. Welcome on in. Enjoy your drink. How you drink it, I'm not sure. That's up to you to figure out. But hello. I really like the jingling sound. I was going through so many sound effects to find one that I really liked, and when I hit this one, I was like, this one. This one. This is exactly what I wanted. I wanted it to sound like a door opening in a cafe. And this was the just right one. So you can see some of the loose sketching here. Hopefully you can tell from that loose sketching That is indeed our little friend Scramble. So it's going to be on that one. I might have to raise up the camera. I have it a little bit lower so that y'all can see what I'm doing a little clearer, because I'm going to be doing a lot of sketching, which is super light. So yeah, there's a loose sketch of Scrambles, and Scrambles is going to be in a giant like wall of marigolds and eating some of them. And there's going to be a mirror piece to this of Ritz having a much more like angsty, beautiful, you know, artistic moment in the marigolds. But I thought it would be nice to counteract the angst with Scrambles just scrambling. Love Scrambles. Scrambles is my favorite character in Ballad of Ennersval. I've said this many times and I stick to it. It's true. And then this is the piece I'm working on for Rozzie's birthday. So it's a big Roz owlbear, a little baby owlbear, and then the final form kind of in there. And then I'm going to have a bunch, I have 2 different types of wild roses pulled up for reference. No, wait, 3 different types of yellow wild roses to pull up for reference, and that's just going to be in all of it and tangling in and around everyone is a bunch of yellow roses. A lot of florals. I'm really into space and florals lately when it comes to painting. I love this song. So yeah, this was the one that I was trying to work on for Ritz as far as the sketch goes, to have this be like with the florals, but I just wasn't happy with the pose. So I'm probably just gonna end up reusing that for another piece. I might just end up erasing all of that and then reusing that paper for the banner pieces I was mentioning. Yeah, I think we'll start off with this one, and then we'll do some sketching while this one dries, because this one's going to be a lot of layers. Ah! I'm great at muscle and man shape. It was coming out really stiff, and I think that's why I wasn't happy with it. Also, Rozzie, I'm sorry that you have to see your... This is gonna be your birthday art. Pretend to be surprised when you actually see it for your birthday. Happy early birthday, Roz. Happy early birthday. It's okay. I knew there would be a risk of you seeing it if I worked on it on stream, but I also like knew I wasn't going to get it done unless I did it on stream. So there's a couple pieces I'm going to be working on, but I'm really excited about this one. Looks respectfully away. I hope you had a good stream, Rozzie. I hope you had a very good stream. I did take my nap, so no worries. I hope that you get some rest and decompression time from stream very soon. Oh my god, there he is. Yeah, I really liked how the scrambles came out. So I am very excited now to redraw Ritz while using that scrambles as like a reference point. Okay, let's get that centered. None of my washi tape is sticking today, and it's been frustrating. Okay, so this has already been pre-treated with 1 layer of water. I'm going to try to lighten up the... I don't have a kneaded eraser anymore. I used to. Long time ago. There you go. So before I get in there, I'm just going to lighten up the pencils a little bit. Not so much that I can't see what I was hoping to do, but enough to where they don't interfere with the piece later on. This can be a lot easier to do if you have a kneaded eraser, because you just kind of like take it and you smush it and it lifts up graphite for you. But you can also just go in and erase. You just have to make sure to get rid of your little scraps of eraser. But yeah, I really love Roz's character a lot. I had a chance to draw them once already, and I wanted to really do art for Rozzie's birthday one. And also, sorry, I'm locking in every now and again, so if my voice fades out, I am still here. I just am locking into what I'm erasing versus what I'm not. Wanted to do one that was very much in my style. What my style is, I still don't exactly know, but I feel like there is some elements that have always cropped up that kind of distinguish my stuff from others. Get those little feetsies. This one is definitely going to be a mixed media piece. They're all going to be mixed media, I think, except for the nebula with colored pencils, which is especially why I want to get a lot of the extra graphite and anything that is sketch lines that don't need to be there and graphite that doesn't need to be there out of the way, so that the colored pencils and the watercolors can shine through without being too clouded over or covered. Yeah. I got a heads up about your birthday coming up, and I really wanted to do a piece for it, so I spent a few weeks thinking about what I wanted to draw. And finally started conceptualizing this piece I think I first thought of this like 2 weeks ago, and just kept like in my brain finagling with it until I came up with something that was like, okay, let me thumbnail that. I think I have something that I actually like now in there. There you go. Get the eraser bits off. Yeah, this is also why I wanted to put the camera super close today, so that you could actually like see what the heck I'm doing. It was very fun. I was honestly sad when you said goodnight during Eli stream and having you came back. Aw, Wazzy. Yeah, I didn't sleep a whole ton, but my energy level feels pretty good, and I honestly, like, I was so frustrated with wanting to stream on Monday, wasn't able to, wanting to stream on Wednesday, wasn't able to, and I was just like, I know I want to stream on Friday, but also I could do two. I could do it back to back. It's fine. So we'll stream today, we'll stream tomorrow morning. Tomorrow we'll do some gaming. I have a little mini showcase of stop motion video games that have demos out, including one that just had their demo release that I'm going to be doing tomorrow, and that should be really cool. That should be just like visually very fun for everyone. I love stop motion. I love stop motion so much, and I love stop motion in video games, and there's actually quite a few modern titles that use the art style. So yeah, I'll have three demos lined up for tomorrow in that art style. Art style? That technique? It's technique more than style, huh? And then Saturday we'll probably do more art. More art. I use the power of guilt to stream. No! Who's guilting you into streaming? We'll have words with them. Alright, let's see. If I want to do the yellow roses. Okay, I think I'm going to give this like a slightly warm tint to start off with. And then we'll build up from there. I feel like I have kiddos who want a place to hang. Yeah. That's true. I do. I mean, that's why I kind of still really like the concept of a cafe. Because I don't want to build like a Discord community or anything like that per se. But if I can build a space that people really like just going to visit, like an actual cafe, like I want the stream to feel like the cozy neighborhood cafe that you really like going to and just like sitting at a table at for a while, either to work on your own stuff or just to chill out for a while, you know? That's definitely the vibe that I hope to achieve. And also that cafe is haunted. Like that's the vibe, you know, like that's the goal. Slightly haunted, really nice neighborhood cafe. Okay. I was debating playing copyrighted music today, but I might on Saturday instead. I'll make that my day of rocking out. Because what I really want to play is something that I've been listening to and obsessing over this week, which is Queens of Stone Age released the recording that they did inside of the Paris catacombs. They are the only band that has been allowed to ever record in the catacombs of Paris. And they are my favorite band forever and ever and ever. So it's absolutely gorgeous. It is really, really gorgeous. They did basically an orchestral version of a couple of songs of theirs. So not only acoustic, but slightly orchestral as well. And the reason why they did that, I found out from an interview, is that it makes sense. There's no electricity in the catacombs of Paris. And so the only way they had any mics and like the few bits of things that they had that was wired up down there was that they actually brought down a car battery to charge up any of the things that they were using. So everything else they had to make like pretty acoustic otherwise. But they were able to mic up Josh, the lead singer, via car battery. And he was able to sing while roaming through the catacombs. And the video that dropped this week was that, and it's so good. It's so good. So I wanted to play the audio from that. And they are dropping like an audio version of it on YouTube tomorrow. Or I believe YouTube. They're dropping some audio of it. I don't know if it's going to be the exact same recording or if it's going to be a rougher recording, because they mentioned dropping a unedited full recording, which would actually be pretty cool. So if they do, that's probably all I will be playing on Saturday. It's just that on a loop. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see what drops. And then if not, maybe we'll just listen to some acoustic Queens of the Stone Age anyways on Saturday. So I really like when they do acoustic stuff. Hey, Lovesick. Good morning. Hope you're able to get some sleep at some point. And starting to define a little bit of where some of the flowers will be versus where they won't be. And the final piece. I'm just kind of mapping out those blocks of colors a little bit. But yeah, I've been obsessed with that recording. It's absolutely lovely. I have not watched the behind the scenes video that came with it yet. I'm a little afraid to be honest, because it's Josh talking about, it's going to be a lot of Josh talking about, you know, setting up the recording and everything like that. But it's also going to be a lot about his health and how that's been affecting him. He hasn't been in the best of health for a while now. So, I mean, they're touring again, so hopefully that means he's feeling a little better. But, yeah, I don't know if I'm ready to listen to him talk about it in detail at the moment, so I've been putting off listening to the behind the scenes. I have it, and I will at some point, but I've been putting it off. I'm not ready for Josh to be old yet, but I will be sometime. Yeah. No, it's okay. He is still around, which is good, but yeah. He's starting to get up there, and he's lived definitely a fulfilling, long rock and roll lifestyle. But still, like, you never want to see your favorites grow up like that. At least it's not something you super look forward to. So, we'll see. But if I do listen to that recording of the behind the scenes, I won't be doing that on stream because I think it will make me very emotional. So I will be doing that in private. Or if I do get emotional, I can just like freely blah 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 woohoo, you know, like just freely cry as much as I may need. But yeah, but especially since I was planning to do watercolors today, I was like, I don't need to be the most awake for watercolors. Watercolors are nice and gentle. They still require a lot of like thinking, but I don't know. I feel like acrylics take a much more active part of my brain and physicality. Maybe just because I tend to paint large acrylic pieces. But yeah. And even though it won't be so much of a surprise now, Roz, hopefully watching it be made is a nice part of the gift too. Oh, I'm super gonna be doing the half distracted ramble offs into quiet today. Trust me, if I felt like really sleepy, I would be sleeping instead of streaming. Absolutely. But I am a little sleepy, but mostly my brain is wide awake. And I have been really wanting to just sit down and do art for a few hours as a break from everything else I've been doing. As I mentioned in a few places, the job hunt is very slow. It is the slowest I've ever experienced for a job hunt. Thank you. Yeah, I really like watercolors. It has been the slowest job hunt I've ever done. Well, maybe not ever. Not ever, but it's the slowest one I've experienced in quite a long time. In that, like, I've been sending out application after application after application, and I just hear nothing, like nothing back from 90% of them. And usually by usually definitely by like the end of week 2, I at least get like a screener or two by then. And so this is the first time that I've ever had just like nothing. No screeners, no nothing. There was one really cool place that put me on a list of people to potentially contact for like contract work in the future. And they seem like a really cool company, so I was just like, oh yeah, that's neat. So that was like a little bit helpful. That did raise my spirits up a little bit. Even though it wasn't a guarantee of something, like it was just like, oh, okay, so you do want me, I just am not a fit for what you had at the moment. That's fine. But yeah, it's been a very slow market. And also, if I need to adjust music, my microphone, the redeem volume, anything like that, just let me know. I'd be happy to do that for you. I was happy to adjust those volumes, and so it was a big help to me to know how that stuff all sounds. Oh! Adventure! Good morning! Morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning. Oh my goodness. Good morning, Doig Swift. Welcome on in. Hello there. Oh man, here's me seeing if I put enough of a cooldown on some of my redeems. Hello. Oh, let me catch up. Hi, everyone. But good morning, everyone. And welcome into the cafe. My name is Ale. I'm a little bit of a variety streamer, but we always have like a nice, cool, chill, slightly haunted time. Gotta read and walk. Oh, have a good walk. Take care. Rozzie, thank you. What did you do? Oh my god, Renee, no. Doig India, I hope you have a lovely walk and a lovely day. Renee is a mod in my stream. I'm so sorry. Also, I'm not sorry. He does a very good job. Yeah. I didn't time you out. It was Renee. Everyone behave yourselves or Renee will eat you for fun and profit, and I will let him. So, gotta keep the scabs alive. But hi, welcome on in, everybody. My name is Ale. Any pronouns, welcome into the cafe. Today I am painting. It is very light right now because we just started a new watercolor piece. But yeah, I do a little bit of everything. Lately I have been making sure that I do some painting every single week. So you'll definitely see more watercolors and acrylics in the future, as well as today. Right now I'm actually working on a birthday piece for Roz. Roz has absolutely seen it and has been here the whole time of me making it. So the surprise is not a surprise. Yeah. But I wanted to make sure that I actually did it in time. So that's why I'm working on it today. I'm also going to be working on, I think they already left, but I am going to be working on a Ritz and Scrambles today as well from Ballad of Ennersval. And that looks like, I don't have the Ritz yet because I'm going to redraw that sketch that I did. But I did a really satisfying Scrambles. This is just the loose sketch. But I feel like you can already tell, even from the loose sketch, that that's a boy. That's her Scrambles. Scrambles is going to be... So both of them are going to be in basically a wall of Mexican marigolds. But Scrambles is going to be eating the marigolds while looking unhinged. So, there we go. If you need to raid and run, please feel free to. But otherwise, get cozy. And yeah, get comfortable. And also feel free to use the check-in. I was battling with Mix It Up for a while to create that check-in, but it works. It does 1 of 30 randomized drinks. You can also add a drink to the menu. That's a redeem on the channel now. And yeah, isn't that jingle sound nice? I spent a ridiculous amount of time finding just the right jingle. I wanted it to sound like a cafe. What is your go-to? Here, let me start catching up on the chat. Thank you for your patience. Hello Juno, hello Blue. Also Rosie, thank you so much for the gift subs. That's so sweet. Thank you. Show me art. What is your go-to for acrylic and watercolor, landscape, animals, or portraits? I usually do, I would say my illustration background shows through, and I mostly do kind of like illustrative works. So kind of conceptual pieces, pieces where I like think of a character or a scene, and then I'm painting that scene. Like, this is going to be a character scene. The other ones are going to be character scenes. And then I also really like painting space. Here, I'll show you a nebula that I watercolored last week. So last week, we did a watercolor of a long still photo that somebody did of the Carina Nebula. And there we go. Just make sure you can see that. I need to tape it back down a little bit too. Oh, thank you for the hype. What do we get? Oh my god, that's really cute. We got a tea emote. That's perfect. Oh, that's so perfect. But yeah, I like painting nebulas. And I can show you what I mean by my acrylic work. So like, my acrylic works, I really like using the medium to do some very illustrative things. The camera's on a close-up today. Usually I would have it a little further away for the acrylic stuff. But yeah, I do all sorts of abstract surreal things. And I do have 2 bigger acrylic pieces that I'm in the middle of that I will be doing on stream again soon. I'm just kind of in a watercolor kick at the moment. Let's see. Osito! I see you, Osito. Hello, Osito. Also, thank you for shouting out Rozzie. No one tell Roz. I know, she's been watching it. I hope you all have enjoyed your drinks. Some of them are not drinks, but, well, you know. Hi, Derp Snazzy. And... Okay, I think we're all caught up. And yeah, Rozzie, thank you for getting Giso, Lydia Thira, Sen, oh nice, Sharkbait, and oh Nesra, yay! Force Manus, welcome, welcome. And did I catch up with everybody? I think so. Oh, Merquim, hello. Okay, there we go. I did the thing. I did the streaming. Jingling keys. Thank you. Thank you, Renee. I hope you all enjoy the redeem. I spent a really long time on it. But I'm really happy with how it came out. And I taught myself a lot about Mix It Up. That will help me keep making fun things for you all. So, I'm excited. I'm excited and satisfied and happy. And what more can you ask for? What more can you ask for? Oh, thank you for the follow. Oh, there's a couple follows. Sorry, miss. Thank you for the follow. Show me art, Merquim. Scully. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. Now I've caught up on all this stuff. And also for anyone that's like, Ale, when did you sleep? It wasn't a very big sleeping night last night, but I do promise that if I was very, very tired and not super mentally awake, I would be sleeping right now instead of streaming. But I was very frustrated with not streaming for the last couple of days and did feel pretty awake. Like, I'm a little sleepy, but very, like, I wouldn't be asleep right now, even if I wasn't streaming. Basically, I wouldn't be able to sleep. So, this will help me decompress and relax, and I will get a little rest in before getting on with the rest of my day. The nice thing about streaming this early too is that, like, it's really easy to be productive for the rest of the day afterwards. Even if I take a little rest after streaming to decompress. So. At least for me, anyways. Kind of helps me to have a thing to start the day with. But tomorrow, we'll be gaming. And I am going to be playing some very, very cool stop motion games. The main one that kind of inspired me to put together a little mini showcase of stop motion demos was, or is, a game that features claymation, stop motion, done in a medieval art style. And they dropped their demo this week. And so I really wanted to look into that and share that and get more people hyped about that game. Because it looks breathtaking. And yeah, there's a couple other games that I found that are pretty new and also doing cool things with stop motion or simulated stop motion. So tomorrow will be a day of very cool art in video games. I'm really excited. It made me really happy to just like curate like a little playlist basically of video games to show you all of like, look at this stuff that's just really cool and that I want people to know about and be excited for. So I think that'll be really nice. And then Saturday we'll do more painting, probably more watercolors. But if I need a break from watercolors, then we'll skip over to acrylics. It's been actually really nice to have multiple projects going at once, because sometimes when my brain is like, I need something else to do, I just skip over to a different art project and then it's satisfied for a while. So I feed the ADHD and autism wolves inside of me by just going like, oh, you're hitting a wall with this piece? How about this one? And then they go, yeah. Hi, Tris. Kieran! You never sleep well. Oh, no. I do hope you get some good sleep. Sleep is very important. And Shnu, why are you showing my coffee? Thank you. Appreciate you. Appreciate all of you. Hola, Tris. Hola, Bray. Aw, I just feel happy seeing all y'all. See, that's why I like streaming. I'm just happy to see everyone. I don't really get lonely, per se. It's just not who I am as a person. I don't know. I never know a way to say that without it sounding like I don't like people. I love people. I love people very much. I love humanity very much. I find people to be endlessly fascinating and wonderful. But I don't get lonely. However, the way that I can interact with people through Discord and Twitch makes me very happy. And as an extreme introvert, like, doesn't take up every single one of my batteries. Oh, hello, Hoofupoof. Thank you for the follow. It's a very cute name. So I really look forward to hanging out with folks digitally. This is my socialization. But I don't know. I think a lot of you get that though, of just kind of understanding like there is a value and a weight to online company that is unique. And that can feel really, really nice. Hey, Texas. A lot easier to socialize online. I can actually get some interaction. Yeah. Yeah, like I love hanging out with my friends off of the internet as well, but that does take up a lot of energy for me. Even though, like, it's not, I think that's a thing that's harder to explain to folks that aren't introverts. It's not that I don't like people. It's not even, like, when my batteries get drained, it's not that I had a bad time. I could have had a wonderful time. I could have had one of the best times of my life, but it takes up space. It takes up energy. And so I always need to rest from that, but from online interactions, I don't need quite as much rest. I do sometimes, though. I've talked about this with somebody recently. Actually talked about it with Lowy recently. I think he was surprised to hear that sometimes I get overwhelmed or overstimulated in chats because I am very, very friendly and outgoing in chats a lot of the time. But there are times I disappear for a little bit, and it's usually because I just need a little break. And it's not because I was having a bad time. It's not because I'm not happy. It's literally just like all that stuff takes energy from me, even when I'm having the best of times. And sometimes I just gotta take like a little pause and just lurk for a bit. So there are times when I will just lurk for little spurts of time. There are times where I'll just kind of go off and do my own thing for a while while keeping stream on in the background and enjoying an almost companionable silence, because I mean the streamer is still talking, but yeah, it kind of hits a similar feeling to that. I'm actually quite shy in real life. Quite shy and quite quiet. I can turn it on and be charming. And I have been at times. You know, can turn on the charisma and stuff like that. But a lot of times, if anyone meets me in person, I'm just kind of vibing. My friends that hang out with me the most are definitely used to me just kind of liking, enjoying the moment and sitting in quiet. Just not always the case for being online and being in VCs and stuff like that. I'm a little bit more animated there. But yeah, like even at my dinner parties that I've hosted before, I will talk with everybody. I will check in with them, see how they're doing, make sure they're all taken care of, all have the food that they want, are all nice and happy and have drinks and everything. And then I usually just like sit in the kitchen or sit in my living room and just kind of enjoy everybody being happy. And it's nice. I've cultivated circles of friends that don't mind when I do that. Like, there's people that check in to make sure that I'm okay and not too tired. But like, I don't know. I like kind of like setting up a nice situation for my friends and people I care about, and then just sitting there and vibing and just enjoying them, enjoy each other, you know? And I think that is an introversion thing. I'm like, I have set up all of the pieces for you to enjoy yourselves. Now go forth and enjoy yourselves. Prince is actually a much more active hostess than I am during dinner parties. It's very funny. Prince is the extrovert of the family. She loves everyone aggressively, and she wants to be loved aggressively. And it's very funny because she used to be so shy, and then I made her too comfortable, and now anytime anybody ever comes over, she is immediately in their face and going like, you need to pet me. And she's just this little 9-pound calico, like demanding that you love her forever. And she's very cute, so it's very hard to resist her. Evolves Juno Moon into a plant cow that can photosynthesize. Charge up, Juno, charge up. We plug bikes in. Hi, Snow. Oh my gosh, what have you done? Plugs out into a charging deck, thank you. Yeah, no, exactly, Tris. Yeah, you get it. For sure. It's interesting, too. I don't know, I find everything interesting, don't I? Everything and everyone is interesting. Also, let me know if anybody needs the music a little higher, if my mic volume needs adjustment, anything like that. If the redeems are too loud, always happy to adjust volume to make folks more comfortable. But yeah, I think something that I've encountered a lot is that or that I've noticed it myself a lot, because I don't know, I take the time to just kind of sit and observe. A lot of the time is that, like, in work situations, I am typically very quiet and stoic at work. It's not that I will never crack a joke or anything like that, but it's just that I'm in a mindset to get stuff done. And I typically work jobs that require like a lot of triage and a lot of attention to detail and like information sensitivity and stuff like that. So it's not even me going like, oh, it's time to be serious. I'm just more in the mindset of like being ready to get stuff done. And so I'm much more quiet and focused. to where like it's sometimes an event if a coworker makes me laugh out loud in the office. Because it's just kind of surprising to everybody to hear me let loose like that for a little bit. But yeah, very, like, similar but different demeanor, for sure. A lot more deadpan at the office. Whenever I'm in the office. Agreeable, you know, like, I still like making a friendly presence and being approachable and stuff like that, but, yeah, definitely, usually folks tend to think that I'm a lot more serious. Very mature. Goodness. Whatever that's worth. I know there was one job where I kind of started telling people a little bit about streaming. And they were just surprised. Like, you stream? And they just couldn't imagine it at all. I'm like, yeah, I stream. It's a lot of fun. And just like, they just couldn't, like, comprehend it. But then I don't tell them my stream name. Because I don't like mixing work and streaming. I talk a lot about law and stuff like that here, but yeah. Wherever my next job is, like, I will not be talking about streaming very much there. Even though I enjoy it, it's just like, I just kind of like keeping the distinction between those worlds. It's fun to talk about either, but, you know, it's good to keep those things at a slight distance. Oh, I forgot to take a break for the ads. Oh my goodness. Okay, I do have to run to the bathroom really quick. Sorry anybody that is in the ads. Oh my gosh! Hello! Hi! Minx, I don't know if you're in ads. Oh no. Also, I'll verbalize this too for anybody not in ads. I do hope to do a cooking stream in the next few weeks. Oh, okay, everybody's back. All right. I started yapping and I just completely missed the timer. Hi, Ezra. Hi, everybody, and hi, Minx. It's nice to see you. Yeah, so finally, we should be getting back into doing cooking. And the first cooking stream... Wow, that music got loud? Excuse you. It's pretty, but it got loud. Sorry about that. The first cooking stream that we'll be doing will be all about corn tortillas and masa harina, which is cornmeal, but it's a special cornmeal that's been processed for making corn tortillas. So I'm going to show you what to do with store-bought tortillas, how to make your own tortillas as well, and basically a lot of cheap but really delicious, really easy to make recipes with all of that. So I don't have the exact date yet, but that will be coming up within the next 2 or 3 weeks. Just kind of depends on a lot of things I can't control at the moment. but it is going to happen. And then I would love to do a cooking stream about once a month after that. So yeah. Hopefully that's exciting for y'all. Rozzies, I'm so excited to see how you do a cooking stream. I think it's going to be so much fun. And Rozzies, you should join the new... If you haven't joined the creator clubs, you should join them. There's a food and drink one now. Okay, I have to run to the restroom because I forgot to do that during the ad break. So I will be right back. Be right back. Have a good drive, Ezra. Hi, Prince. Ah. Okay. Here you go, chat. Because you were so patient. Here's a cat. That's Prince. Roz, your birthday art has been blessed by Prince's little feet. Also, that's how quick that watercolors will dry. That You can see there's no little feet on it. Hi, Prince. Want to say hi to everybody? Can I flip the camera up to you, or are you gonna... Oh, okay. She's gonna move as soon as I try to. Okay. I love you too. Bye, Prince. That's the super extroverted one. Seatbelt will headbutt me underneath the table, so you'll hear me saying hi to her sometimes. But she is very shy, and she panics whenever I scoop her up, so I try not to do that for her. It's Prince! Yeah, I know, you got to, because the camera is in close-up view, you only really got to see their back. Oh. Did I get gifted? So you did. Oh. Ah. Little yawn. Okay. I'm gonna let this dry for a little bit and work on sketching. Let's do some sketching. Okay. Let's do some sketching. So we have our scrambles. This is actually in a pretty good spot for me to start doing some detail work. But I want to do, well, let me just work on scrambles for a while. For those of you who, all of you came from Doig Swift, so you're hopefully familiar. Ballad of Ennersval is an amazing campaign that is done by Lady Vignette as a DM, and the players are Schnuber, Rebecca Rodney, Farty Arty, and Swifty. And yeah, they go every Friday. Every other Friday is a session, and the Fridays in between are what word am I looking for? Debriefs about what happened in the campaign. It's a wonderful campaign. It's a really cool story with lots of characters. Doig has a guest character that is a raccoon named Scrambles that shows up from time to time, and I'm working on a piece of Scrambles and the Reeds. But yeah, they'll be going again tomorrow. You should catch that. And I believe on Reb Stream, folks will be yapping and doing art in a few hours once the West Coast wakes up. So I'm gonna give a shout out. You should all be following Reb already, but if you're not, you should. And then you will see some delightful D&D art. But yeah, let's work on this. Let's work on this good raccoon boy. I love everyone's characters. I think they're all really wonderful. I have told the people playing several times now that my favorite character is Scrambles. I just really relate to her. Really relate to this, like, a weird raccoon. that's also really good at intel retrieval, but also like he's a wild raccoon that just really likes eggs. Um, and so yeah, I'm doing an emotional piece of Ritz in a wall of cempasúchil, which is Mexican marigolds. Mexican marigolds are one of my favorite flowers. It's also one of the inspirations in Ritz's cape in a recent arc of the campaign, and is really significant because it is a flower that is used for celebrating Day of the Dead, Dia de los Muertos, which is a big Mexican holiday. Hi, I'm Mexican, by the way. And cempasúchil is one of my favorite flowers because it is a flower that you use during that time, because it is a flower that is supposed to be a beacon and a way for your loved ones who have passed on to be able to find this world and you again during that time. Day of the Dead is a time to celebrate the love you have had and the memories you have had for people who have passed. So it is not a mournful holiday, even though those feelings can come up sometimes. It is very much a holiday of celebration and, being grateful for life, for however long it's here, you're just grateful for life. It's a very beautiful flower, has a lot of meaning. So the Ritz piece is going to be a little bit more reflective of kind of like Ritz as a character right now and some of that angst and stuff like that. And then this is the counterpiece that will be a mirror image to it, except it is a raccoon eating some of the marigolds. It's supposed to be like artistically significant. So yeah, we'll just get that little guy in there. As I love doing like artistic pieces and stuff like that, but I also really just like having a giggle, having a bit of a laugh. So I'm just looking at some reference for this little scrungle of a creature, and getting what good is art if you can't have fun with it, right? Now in this one, I'm going to allow the sketch to be a little bit darker on the graphite. I'm going to clean it up a little bit soon. I'm kind of debating if I want to do some kind of cartoony black lines on it, because I have some inks that would do well for it, but I also, I don't know. I do want it to be a mirror of the Ritz piece that I want to do, and that one is just going to be watercolors and colored pencil, so maybe I keep it simple and just stick to that as well here. But I'll let the graphite be a little bit heavier. I'm just having him like floating in space, like. There's gonna be like a big flower here. Gonna have like a stem coming out here. A leaf. Just little petals, like all around. Sorry, I'm giggling because this is such a silly piece. It's making me so happy to draw. Is it a thumb? It's kind of hard to tell. He just has like these little fingies. Does anybody know offhand? Shnu, I don't know if you're lurking or not. How many toes does this feral creature have? How many toes does this raccoon have? Is it 3 or 4? And also, if you're lurking where you can't type, don't even worry about it. Don't worry about it at all. But if anybody knows. Hi, Apple. Hello, hello. Hi, storyteller. Welcome in. It's good to see you again. And yeah, y'all feel free to check out the new redeem. There is a daily check-in redeem where you can get a randomized drink. Right now I have 30 in the randomizer. And if you save up your points, you can add a drink to that randomizer. They're all very normal drinks. Don't worry about it. They're all super, super normal drinks that are totally liquids and consumable. Specifying that is not weird. You do that for normal drinks. It also has a nice little shop jingle sound. Yay! You got handed a cup made from a large shell and filled with crystal blue seawater. When you drink it, your mind remembers a summer from 10 years ago. Enjoy your drink. See? Very normal drinks. Get this raccoon's pouches. This raccoon has so many pouches. Welcome to the cafe. I hope you enjoy your drink. Core! Hello, Core. Woo! Shower water! Hand water! Yeah, I just like reached over the counter and went like, okay, hold out your heads. There you go. Hi, cousin. God, drawing scrambles is so much fun. I highly recommend drawing scrambles. Are you in a good mood? Are you in a bad mood? You should draw scrambles. It's good for your health. Scrambles is wonderful. I think Scrambles is my favorite because I used to DM many, many years ago. So for people that have played with me recently in D&D, you could see like how rusty I was on D&D. It's been a minute. Been a minute. But I used to DM back in the day, and my favorite kind of characters were just the ones that were like so stretching of the rule books and like what they were supposed to do, and it just were very much like needed the faith and suspension of disbelief from me as the DM in order to really exist. And I always love those characters a lot. I like the characters that are just absolutely madcap, kind of bonkers. And so the first time that I heard a session that had Scrambles as a guest, I was like, oh, yeah, that's what D&D is all about. Like, it's all about the fun stories that you make with your friends and everything, but also it's about making feral little creatures like Scrambles. I was like, oh, fuck yeah, this raccoon rules. I will not be giving any spoilers for the campaign, so please do not worry. This is not a spoiler either, this is just character fan art. You are safe. You are safe. I promise you are safe. And then... This is what everyone expects when I put, like, yeah, we're doing chill watercolors today. Just drawing a feral raccoon in a vest. You know, Chill watercolors. Oh, come in. Eldred! ¿Cómo estás, Eldredcito? I haven't seen you in so long. I hope you have been well. I'm doing some watercolors today, doing some fan art of a D&D character that is a raccoon. Very normal raccoon. Thank you for coming in. Yeah, I went through so many bell sounds before I found one that was like, this one will not make me annoyed about having it after hearing it a bunch of times. It's interesting, there's a lot of people that offer up free recordings and like creative use recordings. Sorry if the camera's shaking a little bit. I gotta work on figuring out a way to have it not shake so much when I'm working on the table. I might just like mount it on a side table instead, and then that way it can stay steady even when I'm erasing and doing stuff that shakes. This little card table that I use for streaming. Oh, that doesn't look right. Like that. Maybe we'll have like a flower clutched in here too. A flower squashed in one of these pockets here. Lift up the pocket a little bit. This is what I mean about being trained as an illustrator, is like you do shit like this. You just start overcomplicating your drawings so much when you get trained in illustration. It's a problem, really. Like, how many details do you need? All of them? Okay. Maybe a flower clutched like here. And then, like, we'll put a flower in this hand, too. And a little stem here. Okay, that should be good. And then, how big is... It's a pretty fluffy tail. I'll give Scrambles a big fluffy tail. And there's a base color. There you go. There we go. I think we are specifically in the Silent Hill ambient playlist now. Which, yay! Just busy with work. Oh. Oh, I'm so glad you're getting a lot of time with your son. That's nice. I hope you all are having a lot of fun adventures. That's really cool. Oh, hydrate. Sorry, I didn't see. Thank you for the hydrate. Thank you. Getting the eraser bits out of the way. Okay, now let's start to clean this up a little bit. Because like I said, we'll leave the sketch lines a little bit darker on this one. But still want to clean it up a little bit. Not have like unnecessary lines either. I did my thumbnailing off stream this time because I was really trying to like focus on it while I was doing it. Also, I don't know if any of these thumbnails read. That was the thing that I noticed the last time that I did thumbnails on stream was like, oh, none of this actually reads on camera at all. Like, oop, move my mic. Like, I can't... I know what I mean by these thumbnails. I don't expect anybody else to follow what the hell any of this means. This is the scrambles piece. Can you tell that this is this? I can, but I don't think anybody else can. Like, this one is... that thumbnail is this one that's in progress right now. And that we'll get back to in a little bit. I think the main pieces we're going to work on today is definitely scrambles and Rozzie's birthday piece. So it felt like not a big deal to do the thumbnailing off stream because I'm like, yeah, I don't think anybody gets a whole lot out of seeing that. I think sharing some of the prep is kind of fun, but that was one where I was like, I don't think you're really missing out. I think we're all good here. That is the point of a thumbnail. A thumbnail is just like for you to figure stuff out. It's not meant to be like a pretty piece in and of itself. It's just your scratch work. It's whatever you need to do to figure out a composition. So for anybody that gets too precious with your thumbnails, unless you really enjoy the process, don't do that. Let your thumbnails be scratchy little whatevers. That only makes sense to you, and it's fine. They're for you and nobody else. Well, I mean, if you're thumbnailing for somebody else, please make them legible, but like otherwise if you're just thumbnailing for yourself. Y'all can't see it, but I'm smiling so much over this silly drawing. I love it. This is my favorite drawing I've done in a minute. Yeah, there's some kind of like road construction going on outside. I don't think it's picking up on mic too much. But if you hear like a little bit of white noise slash room tone in my mic today that's making the quality a little fuzzy, it's usually more clear. You can actually go ahead and promote my VOD channel. Good night, Rose. You can hear how the mic usually sounds on my VOD channel. You can also catch up with, I'm doing a Dracula in chronological order live kind of audiobook read through. The next page of which I have to catch up on the one from last Thursday still. It's a pretty short one. And we have a huge gap before the next entry, which is why I've been like, oh, I'll wait until I, like, have slept before doing it. So we have that catch-up one to do. But then otherwise, the next entry in Dracula isn't until the 17th of June. So, sorry about that. Camera, steady, steady. But yeah, anytime I do those live, but I do put up the VOD the same day on the YouTube channel. So if you miss any of them and you want to follow along, that whole playlist is over there. And any of the VODs are there. Well, almost any of the VODs. There is a chunk of VODs that I'm missing from when I just didn't archive correctly, and the timing on when VODs got deleted from your archive on Twitch changed? I don't know. I thought I had more time because I had so much time on VODs before, and then a bunch of them started disappearing after a while. And I got my Juris Doctorate, so I got my doctorate in law at the end of this January. So there is a couple of months at the end of the year and beginning of this year where I was a little bit busy with finishing my law degree and didn't properly archive some of those videos. So unfortunately, those ones are lost. There's a couple months that aren't there. But a lot of them are there, and anything from like March onwards is there. They're not in chronological order. I just kind of put them up, and the videos show up every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday at 7 a.m. Eastern. I get them scheduled up to go up, and then they go up. Right? That's how that works. But the Dracula ones go up the same day. And I upload them and make sure that they go up on the same day. Because I don't expect people to catch those streams, and sometimes they're really short. If you do catch them, I'm always super happy and encouraged and really excited and thankful for anybody that I see in the chat. But if you don't catch them, yeah, catch the VOD. VOD's always going to be there. Oh, self-promo. You gotta do it sometimes. Yeah. I'm gonna suture up your future. Yeah, I think on Saturday we definitely have to do a quiet VOD stream where I play Queens of the Stone Age. I think that'll be like my third time that I play Queens of Stone Age. Almost exclusively. During an art stream. No, I did once for like a jigsaw puzzle, right? But yeah, I just get happy when I listen to it. Oh, hi, little bird. She's a cute little bird that landed right outside my window. Was watching me. Oh, little tiny thing. It's gotten warmer here, so birds are everywhere, which makes me happy. I like birds a lot. Okay, that's looking good. Okay. I'm just taking my time and enjoying this silly piece. Okay. And then for the flowers all over this, I'm gonna try a few different things. I think that's also why I wanted to work on this one too before making more progress on the Rozzie piece, because I'm gonna use this one basically as like a practice for what I want to do for some of the flowers. Especially since I can draw cempasúchil in my sleep. I love that flower so much. I've drawn Mexican marigolds hundreds of times now. So it's an easier flower for me to practice with. Okay, that's looking good. nicer bits away. Is that little piece there? Weird. Weird. Oh my god. Sorry, I'm just seeing him in the webcam preview and I'm just like, oh my god. What a creature. What a good time boy. I was gonna make one joke, but I was like, that's kind of a spoiler for a really good one-shot that the Ballad of Ennersval folk did, and some guests with some of the animals in the campaign. They did a kind of like little Ocean's 11 intel gathering quest with characters playing as the animals, and it was very cute. It was very good, and there's a lot of very plot important stuff that happens in that one shot, so I highly recommend it because it's a very good one shot. Everybody did an amazing job, but also don't skip it thinking, oh, it's a one shot, it's not important. It's actually really important. Some big things happened that ended up having really major consequences recently, and I can't say more than that. If you know, you know. Lady V is one of the most powerful DMs I think I've ever encountered. There you go. Okay, I can keep Futse with the out day, but I think that's the boy. I kind of want to take a picture of just a sketch before I start getting color in there, because I really like how that sketch turned out. And if I mess it up, I'll still have the really cool sketch picture. It's insurance policy. Dupe! Hi, Dupe. See ya, Draco. Hi, Molderum. They used to have no limit, yeah. This is a perfect scroll. Thank you. Scrambles is gonna be eating flowers. And then I'm gonna do a mirror piece to it with Ritz being like in a similar-ish composition, except like serious and filled with angst and the drama that boy has just coursing through every cell and his poor little body. Also in a wall of marigolds, like the Scramble piece, but Scrambles is going to be eating the marigolds. So it would be fun if this was done afterwards, but I kind of got really into the Scrambles piece. So Scrambles ended up coming first. Scrambles is first. Maybe as it should be. Amazing. Yeah. I was like, oh, I would really love to do like a poignant art piece of Ritz, because I really adore Ritz. But also, what if I had a funny haha goof at the same time? So I hope you're doing well, Dupe. Always happy to see you. Mouse, good morning. Hello, hello. Ooh, you got the coquito. That's actually one of the more normal drinks in there. It's just coquito. Tired but chillin'. Yeah, chillin'. May the chillin' help the tired. And may the sunken valley tonight be oh so good. With dear sweet Ro. Yeah, see, that's more like the ones that I have in there. A glass skull. Good of you. Really, Automod? Really? Don't worry, Dupus. I added the term loony. Just for you, I added the very controversial term loony. You would think it would be catching fucking, but no, it was loony. That was what it had a problem with, not fucking. Loony. It was like, I don't know, loony is kind of a lot. Like, really? Every day we ask if Automod is okay, and the answer is always absolutely not. You fucking loony here. Hi Ezra, welcome back. Happy home from work. I'll have to tune in tonight. I really like the debrief sessions. If I got the spoons. I was mentioning earlier how I really like online interactions, and they do take up a lot less spoons than offline ones for me. But they do still take spoons, so sometimes I will tip from streams, not because I'm not enjoying the stream, but just because I just suddenly like get like no spoons. I just gotta rest for a little while. Especially in high energy ones, that'll happen to me a lot. But I like seeing all the cool things that my friends make, and I like seeing all the cool stories everybody makes. So I want to catch it. I want to catch it. I want to catch the looniness. The forbidden term of loony. I think the yellow is very much adding to the bit of like it's just kind of only highlighted the potency of scrambles. Let's see if I have a little soft brush. This one. I need to treat my palette better one of these days. One of these days. Not today. Okay, I'll start to put in this guy. Just so I can have a visual note of where I want these flowers inside of the character to be. And you'll be able to tell too. Woohoo, we're starting to build on readability in the piece. Okay. Is that all of them? That's all of them. Whoop. I just keep looking back up and seeing the preview on the webcam. Oh. Oh, I missed that the ad break was happening. Welcome back from ads. Thank you for sticking through them. Appreciate it. Yeah, it really makes him pop. If it's a friend's stream, you feel like you have to pay attention. Yeah. You do a lot of lurking for that reason. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. There's times where... It's not too often, but there are times sometimes where I'll go into a stream and I won't say anything at all. Just because I'm like, I'm just here for the vibes, man. Or I just do like a quick hi everyone, and then I immediately like go away from any sort of keyboard, and I'm just chilling. I work nights by myself. Aw. I'm glad streams can help with that. Cause yeah, night shifts can be really tough. Big chillin'. Big chillin'. Night shifts can be really, really tough. I've done a couple of jobs. I had late night hours, and it really is like, it's just like the world is so built on a 9 to 5 that when you're out of that 9 to 5 schedule, it's so easy to start feeling it right away. So I'm glad we can all help a little bit. Okay, I'm trying to make the scrambles body color. It's gonna be a little tough. Because it's like, what color is that? So I'm looking at a reference right now, and it's not ochre. It's like almost olive. I'm gonna try a little bit of green. I think putting a little green in there might actually. It's like almost It's an olivey gray. I'm like fighting my brain because my brain is telling me raccoons aren't green, and I'm like, I know they're not green. Scrambles isn't green. It's this color that is reading kind of as olive, and I think I'll have more success if I kind of try to make an olive color. And my brain's like, no! Raccoon not green! I'm like, I know raccoon not green. But you gotta trust me on this one. No! Sometimes you gotta tell your brain, like, look, brain, I know you think that you know, but you don't know anything. You're actually completely wrong. And you need to listen to me. See, like, that's too dark. So I'm hoping I can... Yeah, there we go. Just start to dilute it a ton before it dries. Yeah. Okay. That's pretty close. I'm happy with that. I'll use my shader brush. Really dilute it. Yeah. Yeah, it needed a little green. That's what got it there. Just the tiniest bit of green. Colors are weird, man. I don't know what to tell you. Because, like, you know, if you look at the color on the paper now, unless my webcam is, like, real off, which it might be, the colors read on the webcam a little wonky sometimes. They read a little funky sometimes, but I'm pretty sure you can't tell that I put green into this. Like, just straight up, like, forest green. But I did, and the color wasn't hitting the right notes until I did. So there you go. Colors are weird. If you take nothing else from today, just remember that colors are weird. Welcome in. I'll say hi in just a moment. Boop, boop, boop. Oh man, I really like the check-in redeem for it just telling me like, oh hey, someone popped in. Stop looking at your references and your piece for a second. Like, oh okay. Who is he? Oh, it's Ezra. What did you get, Ezra? Purple bottle filled with twinkling lights. The shimmering lights taste like sparks of sugar and turn your tongue bright blue. Nice. That's a good one. I like that one. Ooh, a dove. A little dove. Little morning dove. Are the sparkles blue raspberry flavored? They can be. Whenever a drink has any open-endedness like that, you can have it be whatever you wish. I like thinking of the Baron's Cafe as a very kind of fae adjacent cafe. So the answer to most questions about the drinks is just yes. Is it? Yes. Can it be? Yes. Working from home has let me be the most social I've ever been. Aw, yes, community rules. I'm really grateful for all of the people that are here. It has helped me out in more ways than I can ever count or really say. Very thankful for everybody. It also makes it really fun to create. And to be actively streaming again. It's a nice little pocket of internet. The cats must be sleeping because the birds just cooed. Like right at the window. And I don't see either of them. So they must be sleeping right now. There were so many years where I didn't like watercolor, and I feel so silly about that now. Watercolors are great. Young Ale, you're wrong. Watercolors rule. What's wrong with you? I don't know if I just didn't have, like, good watercolors or if I just didn't have the patience to, like, work with them at the time, but... And what's bizarre is that, like, okay, so at the time that I didn't like watercolors, I loved oil paints. And that is, like, so much more finicky, so much more temperamental. And so I think just young me was stupid. I don't know. That's all I can come up with. I think I was just stupid. I think I was just wrong and stupid. You ever look back at a time in your 20s and you're just like, I think I was just dumb. I don't think there was really any logic to that. I think I was just stupid. Yeah, because watercolors rule. And they're so... Like, you know what's really great about watercolors, too? It takes forever to use them. I have had this palette for over a decade now. And it's not anywhere close to running out, even though now I'm doing a lot of watercolors. Like, it is nowhere near coming to a time that any of the little trays need to be refilled. Watercolor paper is kind of a pain. Like, that can get kind of expensive, but the actual paint is super cheap because you get it and then it lasts you like years. A little bit of watercolor paint can last you a really, really, really long time. It's magic. Oh, welcome back, Renee. You causing trouble? Aw, yay, thank you for shouting out Corehawk. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Mostly homebound, this community is so lovely. Aw, I'm so glad, Tris. Oh my gosh. No, thank Renee for that. Renee is a very good mod. Whether he wants to take credit for it or not, he's a very good mod. Aw, Mouse, I'm so glad. Oh, Tris, you're doing art? Oh, if anybody is doing art right now, please, please, please feel free to share a link to it in the chat. I love seeing art. Links are open. I have a policy for most things, which is it's open and free for all until somebody ruins it for everybody. And nobody has ruined it for everybody yet. So you can post links in the chat. I would love to see your art if you have it. For sure. Hello there, empanadas. Get the fuck in here. Aw, man, I miss discombobulated custodian. I think about him every day. I think Renee's model is too fixed and working now to be able to ever get discombobulated custodian back again. I think he's lost to time. Gone forever. That's not the right shade of brown. have to wait for this to dry to fix it. It's okay. It's kind of a nice thing about watercolors too. I think at first I used to think that it was very like, oh, you have to get it right the first time. And no, you can mess them up all you want. It's really not that bad. It's really not that big a deal. You can mess it up plenty. Scrambles, what color are your features? It's such a interesting color that's happening there. I'm trying to figure it out. I think I'm just gonna have to build up the color over a few layers. Like a kind of... Hi, seatbelt. Hi. Are you a little cat? Oh my goodness. You're a little cat. Did you like your breakfast today? It was tuna. It was tuna and squash. Yeah. Yeah. Your Auntie Michelle and Uncle Steven gave you that one. Did you eat it all up? Oh, good job. Like I mentioned, I have one very extroverted cat and then one very shy cat. And she almost never shows up on camera. But she does like getting pets under the table. That's what she's doing right now. She'll start headbutting my legs and be like, hey, give me pets. And so she's just passing underneath my hand right now. She's my little shy black cat, Seatbelt. Yeah, she's named Seatbelt because she got rescued from an abandoned taxi depot. Also, when she lays down on the ground, she kind of looks like a buckled-in car seatbelt. It's very cute. Oh, baby girl. I know. I know. Okay, one more big pet, and then I'm getting back to painting. Okay. One more. Come here. Good girl. Good girl. Okay, get out of here. Hi, Prince. And then Prince is the calico that was on the table earlier. Prince is not shy. Hey, Heck. Welcome on in. Discombobulated Coaster. I for real love being alive, learning and growing. Yeah, same. Yeah. Oh, Prince will get jealous sometimes of Seatbelt getting pets. She's gotten a lot better with it. Ah! Keep bonking everything on my desk today. She has gotten a lot better with it, but she does have her moments sometimes of getting jealous of Seatbelt. And it's very silly because, like, Seatbelt does like getting affection from me, but she loves Prince more than anything. I could vanish and Seatbelt would forget me immediately. I hold nothing against her about that. That's fine. She gets so upset when Prince goes up on top of the fridge for a few hours at a time, because that's her spot to nap when she just needs to, like, decompress and not be touched for a while. And she gets so upset and will come crying to me because she misses Prince. And it's very cute. Because when Prince finally comes down, Seatbelt will go running, yelling to her, going like, and like immediately headbutt her. Like, oh my god, you're back! Seatbelt loves Prince so much. Which is why I think it's ridiculous that Prince is ever jealous of Seatbelt getting affection from me, because I'm like, you are the most loved person in this house. You have nothing to be jealous about. You are the one getting all of the affection in this household. It's like, but there was 5 seconds where it wasn't about me. I might keep working on some of these. I'm still going for a little while, but like, I might keep working on some of these off stream as well. I don't know, I'll see. I'll see where job apps and money things take me today in terms of energy levels for that. But if I do end up working on anything off stream, I promise I will show the results or the progress the next time that I'm on stream again, on camera. So you'll never miss out on much. I'm gonna get better at posting art on my Ko-fi and also Blue Sky as well. Like current art and then also older art, and just like letting people see what I actually do more often. Because I think there's a lot of people that are still surprised that I do art, and it's like, oh. Yeah, I don't post it enough, huh? Like, you're not wrong. I could do that more. I wouldn't necessarily recommend my Blue Sky. My Blue Sky is kind of a hodgepodge of a lot of things. I don't do social media for the sake of promoting myself. I do social media as just like an outlet of my personality. So whenever anybody doesn't follow me on social media, I'm like, yeah, that's fair, dude. Like, yeah. Or I have friends that are like, oh, you know, I just don't. I'm like, you don't have to follow me to be friends. Like, we can be friends and you can never follow my social media. Don't worry. I know it's a mess over there. I don't intend to make it, like, it's my personal social media. I don't care. I have played around with the idea of doing like one just for the stream. And ultimately, I don't want to manage another social media for free. If I have to manage a social media account, I would prefer to just do it for a job for money, not for free. So my personal ones are just my personal ones. Coffee, though, will always be just a place where it's much more organized. So if you want to see art posts that'll happen on the regular, starting this week, I'm going to start doing like more of a regular schedule for posting up art. I would recommend, and like nothing else, like no other faff of anything else, then I would recommend my coffee, honestly. You can follow it without donating anything. I believe you can just follow it, like you can follow the feed of it. You can do that for like anybody. So if you see artists you like that do posts that are like, oh, here's the cool thing I'm working on, and you're like, oh, I wish I could see that more often, you can. You can follow coffee pages like blogs, and they really function the same way as like blogs. So like if you used to have a WordPress back in the day and you used to like subscribe to people's WordPresses and see that feed, it's like that. You can see a feed of all of the people that you follow. So yeah, feel free to give me a follow. You don't have to give any money for that. And you can see just art. If you do want my inane ramblings and and shit posts along with the art, then yeah, I guess you can follow me on Blue Sky if you want. The best thing I do with my Blue Sky is just promote other people's things, honestly, so... Oh no, pick your poison. How you doing, chat? So bad at posting stuff. Yeah. Darkvolt! Hi, DV! DV! Seatbelt is a baby. Well, she's not a baby. She's like the same age as Prince. Hi! I know I'm talking about you. Hi, sweetheart. Good girl, Seatbelt. Good girl. She's on her favorite cushion right now. Being very cute. Showing me her feet. Oh. Seatbelt is like an estimated maybe a year younger than Prince, but Prince is like 7, so Seatbelt is probably about 6 now. Isn't that right, Seatbelt? Yeah. They're both adult ladies. Yes. Where were you? You just ate an egg? Yeah, that's the best way to celebrate scrambles, is eating an egg. I think I'm gonna treat myself to getting a carton of eggs. They've stabilized a little bit. It's still a little bit pricey. But it's not nearly as bad as it was. So, I miss eggs so much. I am going to treat myself to getting eggs this week in my groceries. And I'm very excited about that. And you know what? In the cooking stream that I'm going to do, I'm going to show an egg recipe as well. Cuz I'm going to teach you all how to make migas in that stream. But I was like, man, it really sucks that I'm doing this tortilla stream and I'm not going to teach people my huevos rancheros recipe, which is the best huevos rancheros recipe in the whole entire world. I have gotten marriage proposals out of that thing. It's very simple. It's very rustic. But in its simplicity, it is perfection. I guarantee you. I'm going to teach you how to make it. You will have the biggest dowry in the land. Once you learn this recipe. And then also I want to teach you how to make migas. But my favorite way to eat migas is with eggs. So it's just like, I need eggs. So yeah, I'm gonna treat myself to eggs this week and the week that I do the cooking stream as well. As long as eggs don't spike up again in price. And damn it, I'm gonna teach you all one of my best recipes as a celebration for doing cooking streams again, because I really... One of the reasons why I started streaming again was because I wanted to do cooking streams. And I've only been able to do one so far. In the last, 7 months of streaming. Unacceptable. Empanada. The second best. No. The first best. The first best. You won't even... I need photographic evidence of your huevos rancheros, because I don't know. You told me what the Danes do to tacos. I don't know about your huevos rancheros. I don't know if I trust them. But yes, I will teach you. No one else in the chat will teach you the world's best recipe for huevos rancheros. No, we can't do a cook-off. How would we judge that? We live in 2 different parts of the world. Would people just vote on it after watching us cook it, of which one they think is better? People like Renee better. He would win, even though I have the better recipe. No, I don't do avocado on mine. Avocado is perfectly acceptable on huevos rancheros. I don't do avocado on mine. Mine is the most simple concentration of the most important elements of the dish, which is the tortillas, the eggs, and the sauce. The sauce is the key. Now we'll teach you how to make a perfect sauce. Yes, the egg economy. Aw, thank you, Core. Yeah, I'm really proud of the scrambles. Scrambles is kind of hard to draw. Scrambles is deceptively hard to draw. Gotta ship the meal to each other in all of chat. No. No, Renee's more popular than me. Rightfully so. Don't tell him that, though. He is an excellent showman. I am still learning my chops. I don't know, if I ever met Renee in person though, I don't know if I would want to have a cooking competition. I would just want to like collaborate with him on making like a really big feast. I guess it would be a big feast for Lowy because Lowy would be the closest person nearby if I ever met Renee. Or if Renee ever comes to New York, there's a couple of people in New York in the community. I was gonna list them off and I'm like, I don't know if all of them necessarily say they're in New York openly. So I stopped myself of like, I think some of them do, but because I'm not 100% positive, I was like, let me not accidentally dox them. I know New York is a very big place, but let me not accidentally dox any of my friends. Send that DM like, oh, I accidentally doxed you, sorry. Is that cool? It's not the right color. What color is this? Recreating some of the colors for scrambles is an interesting challenge, and I wasn't expecting it to be a challenge. I was a fool. I haven't made like a lot of khaki and taupe colors is what I'm realizing. How are you planning on filming the cooking streams? I'm gonna do... So I showed a demo of it for my birthday. I did a cooking stream of birthday cake that day. So this webcam right now is on a brain, come on. It's on a boom arm. So it's on a arm that I can unclamp from the table and clamp anywhere else. So I can take the webcam anywhere. And I actually stream from a laptop, so I can take my rig anywhere in the apartment. So yeah, I have a nice big island countertop that I set up in my kitchen to make it more of a kitchen. And I set it up with like its own power strip and everything like that too. So it works out really well for cooking streams, because even when I moved here, I was like, I want to stream cooking one day. And it took me like 2 years, 3 years after I moved to actually finally start making a move on that. But yeah, I mount this guy onto that countertop and just position this to be kind of above my prep stuff. And like, because it's a movable arm, I can move it around on the table and then a little bit up. So you kind of see me from like, I mean, not to be crude, but you kind of see me from the tits down. I mean, it just is what it is. It's the like midpoint of my chest down. And so it's mostly my hands that you see doing the talking and stuff like that. And it keeps my face elevated from the camera, which makes me more comfortable. I'm comfortable being on camera like this. When I'm on camera with my face, I get so much more like stressed out quickly. I can do camera, like I can do FaceTime stuff, but I don't like having my face on camera. Maybe one day, but generally I don't prefer it, and I tend to perform better when it's just my hands. I don't know. Yeah. Isn't that usually a POV when playing FPS games? Kinda. If it was over my shoulder, yeah. Samia's bitter rivals who cook for one another and then become friends. Aw. Can we just skip to friendship? I like friendship better than rivalry. Oh, Tris. I mean, it is kind of a family recipe, but I've adapted it over the years to be better. So it's definitely my recipe. It's my secret recipe. Recipe. Would it be a bad thing if I accidentally doxed you asking for a friend? That friend is you. I mean, you've doxed you. Over the shoulder is third person. You're right. You're right. No, you're right. Do you have a hot plate? So the way my kitchen is set up is that my stove is like right behind the island. And so I just tilt the camera up a little bit when I'm showing the stove. I don't have a mount that shows things as they're cooking yet. For huevos rancheros, I'm kind of considering like moving the camera as I cook. I might do it because I could clamp the arm on a couple of different things in that area and get like a point down shot of me cooking. The thing is that like I can also show a lot of what I'm doing just from that front view because I'm pretty good at being able to do stage standing. Stage standing is when you're standing, but you never stand like with your back to the audience, or like fully to the side. Like you always have like a little bit of yourself facing towards the audience. So if I do that stage standing at my stove, it's not so big of a stove that like it would be a hazard or anything like that. I can do the stage standing so that you can see the stovetop. You won't be able to see into it if I don't move the camera, but also you don't really need to, because I'm going to show everything that you're doing, like everything that gets done and all of the different colors and things to look out for from the side. So you still will see a lot of things. And the cooking is so quick on all of the things that would be on the stove that I think for specifically this lesson, I'm not going to move the camera. There are some lessons where if there's more of a technique that I'm showing on the stove, then I will move the camera so that you can have a full view of that. Because basically how the cooking streams are going to work is that I'm going to do them like a cooking demo. So basically the way that you would do it in culinary school, right? If you're taking a class in culinary school, you're learning how to do a new thing, a new unit. You get a demo first where chef will take you through everything. So they show you everything. They show you all the parts of it. You're just there taking notes and like observing. And then you have the recipe and then you create it on your own. So I'm going to make sure that you all have access to the recipes as we go through them, so that you can save them, take your own notes, ask all of the questions that you want. Please bombard me with so many questions while we're doing those streams, or just hang out and chill. And then, yeah, if you send me photos of what you cooked, I will make sure to show it on the next cooking stream. Because I would love to see y'all learn something. My biggest hope for the cooking streams is that I get people more comfortable in the kitchen and just feeling less afraid to be in the kitchen and play around with it. Maybe one day I'll do a hot plate though, because that would be cool. But for now, it's just what I got. It's a simple setup, but it works. Like when I did it with the cakes, it worked out pretty well. I was surprised. I was surprised at how well it worked. How is the scratcher holding up? I'm gonna have to flip the insert pretty soon. So Prince took to it the first day, which I wasn't surprised by. She likes cardboard scratchers a lot. And Seatbelt took to it after 2 weeks, which also didn't surprise me. She takes a while to use something new. But now they both use it every day. They like it a lot. So I will have to flip over the board soon so that they don't just wear through the whole thing. But yeah, they really like it. Thank you so much again, Ezra. That was really helpful. Seatbelt is actually sleeping next to it right now. I'm looking at it. The Ale secret recipe. Yeah, no, the kibbies are my family. Absolutely. Absolutely, the kitties are my family. I always call them my family. They're my little family. That was all very informative. Oh, good, good. Yeah, I mean, it's like, is there stuff that I would love to add to my setup to like make it more, you know, like elaborate and stuff like that? Of course. But there was a point where I was like, I need to figure out what I actually need and what is just stopping me from doing the thing. And yeah, there's a lot that you can do with a simple setup. A lot of it is just making the most out of your setup so that you can, just get started and not just wait forever for the perfect time to start. Like for me, I've been waiting forever a little bit. Just because there's been a lot going on with like health and stuff like that. And there's been some stuff that I've had to do to like fix up my kitchen a bit before it's camera ready again. And it's not anything fancy. It's like literally I have to get my sink fixed. I gotta get my dishwasher fixed. I have to do some deep cleaning of some stuff that had some unfortunate interactions with bugs. And it's like, it's all stuff that's very doable, but when I started getting really sick and I started having like a lot of stress from the job search and stuff like that, it just kind of got put more and more on the back burner. So that's mainly the main thing there. That, and I had to be like really, really, really strict about my grocery money for a little bit. But I have a little bit of leniency in the next few weeks that will let me be able to get stuff that I can cook on stream. And that I'll eat, but like, for anybody that's had to like really, 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 really budget like every dollar on groceries before, like you have to take nutrition and stuff into account, and when you're counting every single dollar, it matters a lot what you spend it on. So That was definitely a thing as well, was that like, well, I can't just like eat a bunch of tortillas. But now I can eat a bunch of tortillas and like some salad and stuff on the side. Like it won't be just tortillas. So, yeah. But otherwise, I don't have a ton of advice when it comes to this stuff other than find whatever is blocking you and change things so that those things are no longer in your way. Remove your blockers and just get started on the thing. If you want to do a thing, find out what's stopping you from doing the thing and just start doing it. Because after a while, it just feels silly to want to do a thing for forever and then to just never do it, you know? I say this as somebody that has many things that I've been waiting on and been getting to very slowly. But I try to keep that mentality so that I don't just like give up on the things that I want to do. I keep looking for like, okay, what is the thing that is blocking me from this? And some of those blockers are more long term, like a big blocker right now from me taking the time to learn Blender, Godot, and Live 2D is I am putting job stuff first. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to do those projects until I get income again. Because income right now is a major stressor for me, and I know I will have more capacity to just enjoy the process of learning these things I've wanted to learn for a while now. If I take care of that first. So, like, that's a more long term blocker, right? But it is one that I keep working on bit by bit. And one day, it'll be out of the way, and then I will be ready to start on the thing that I wanted to start. And cooking streams, like those kitchen things I mentioned and budget were in the way for me. And now I've worked on those to the point where I'm like, okay, finally, I can actually see this happening in like the next 2 to 3 weeks. So, yeah. The most important thing is trying. I could tell you why this pouch is lumpy, but ultimately all I can say is that it's a secret. It's a secret between me and Scrambles. Alright, I'll tell you the secret. The secret is I just didn't want all the pouches to be the exact same shape because that was visually boring to me. And having them all be a little bit different makes a suggestion that there's like different items within each one, and that's just more interesting to look at. Thank you. That is all. Also, I've been really getting locked in today, so if I miss any messages, or been missing when ad breaks happen, you've got my apologies. It's not intentional. I'm just really, really enjoying watercoloring today. That's also why I wanted to stream today. I was like, yeah, I know I didn't sleep well, but I really just want to do this. And I've been, even though I haven't been sleeping well, like, I've been really diligent about getting job applications out and responding to folks being kind enough to, like, connect me to networks and potential opportunities and stuff, and following up on leads and doing all that stuff. That I was like, all right, I will still do that today, but you know, why not do a thing for me today too? And this is what I wanted to do the most, was paint. I always have such a long list of art that I want to make too. Like the Ritz and Scrambles piece I'm doing now, I've wanted to do for, God, maybe like 2 or 3 months now. It's like when I first came up with the idea. And eventually, when I want to do something bad enough, and it just keeps simmering on the back burner, it just overflows, and I'm like, damn it, I'm gonna do it. I'm not waiting anymore. This is happening. Trying to think what color I want to do my shadows on this piece. Probably purple? Probably purple. I think purple. Water obtained. Good job. Oh, sorry about ads. Oh, Ezra, that's very sweet. I think they'll still be okay for a while, but I will consider putting the inserts on Throne. But yeah, they like it. I need to put ice cubes in the freezer. It's getting hot enough now that I definitely need some ice cubes again. Uniform pouches makes it easier for me in the... Yeah. Like, here's the thing. You draw scrambles many times. I'm drawing scrambles just the once, and that's the key difference. If I was going for a design to draw multiple times, absolutely keeping them uniform is the, like, sane thing to do. But because I'm just doing the one illustration, I can mess around with doing like little nitpicky details that would otherwise be really annoying to have to copy over and over again in a character design. But yeah, because you draw scrambles more than one time ever, doing consistent pouches is absolutely absolutely the smartest move. I'm not happy with how I'm shading this, but I think I need to just like get another color in there once that's dried, and that'll make me happier with how it's turning out. It's too flat right now. And I think that's only gonna get helped when I add some depth through adding some blue or purple shadows. So I need to not fuss with it right now, because I will go back and punch up the shadows later. So I need to not be so stressed about it now. I also need to let the watercolors be watercolors. That's fine. That's kind of the fun thing with watercolors too, is that, like, I don't know, I always feel like I'm relearning watercolors every time that I work with them, but in a way that's fun, that I really like. It makes me happy. I feel like there's always so much to learn about this medium that you can only really learn just from doing it. Pop, 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 pop. Pop. Okay, I'm gonna go in and highlight those more later. It's true. Oh, Ash. Oh, that also makes me happy thinking about Ash crunching on ice cubes. That must be adorable. Absolutely adorable. Mr. Ash. I love that pup. He's a good boy. Oh, Ash. Poor Ash. Poor Mr. Man. Having to wait for his treat. Oh, how he suffers. Oh, how that pupper suffers. He gets a treat that looks like a churro twice a day at specific times, and he needs to wait 23 more minutes. Oh, he suffers so much. Life's so cruel. Life's so cruel for Mr. Ash. Ash, will you survive? Oh, I like this green. This was a good green. And yeah, this is still like first passes at color. I'm fussing with it more than I should at this layer, but these are still first passes at color. We still got a handful of layers to go on top of this before we get down to like the final look of the thing. It just looks a little bit more defined than the Rozzie's painting because the sketch is darker. The sketch is darker and more tight. So it's easier to tell what's going on in it, even though it's still in some of the earlier layers of color. Where have you been? It's been so long since the moon has gone. No, what a wreck you made me. Are you there over the ocean? Are you there up in the sky? we'll let this dry a little bit. Scoot a little bit of the color. Okay. I'll let this dry a little bit before we keep working on it some more. That's looking pretty cool. And just for folks to know, there's going to be a lot of flowers, all up in all up in the around surroundings there. Lots and lots and lots of flowers. So something to look forward to there. I'm going to be using a lot of colored pencils to help draw in a lot of those flowers. Yeah, we'll let him dry for a little. I'm going to stretch. And we'll lay down a little bit more color on the Rozzie's piece. And then it's the same. I'm going to be using colored pencils to help out. Both of these actually have yellow flowers. Just kind of wasn't what I was, something that I was planning at first, but and didn't even realize until I started painting today. I was like, oh, yeah. Oh. I'm going to lay in a little bit more color for this piece. Let me just get a little stretch in, and then we'll do a little last bit of stream. We'll hit the 4-hour mark, and then we'll pass the love on to somebody else. Let me see. Oh, Ash. Oh my god. Oh my god. He's so baby. No. How do you not just give this face 5 million treats every single second? Kiwi was being loud. Oh, I love whisper meows. Whisper meows are so good. He's never been loved a day in his life. Yeah. Oh, poor Mr. Ash. Blink if you need help. Anger. I know, it's such... For me, it's just sulking. I don't see anger there. I just see a sulk, like, oh. You never feed me. Never ever. You never ever feed me. Not once, not twice, not ever. Ugh. I'm starting to get sleepy though too. I was planning to go until 10. Oh, hold on. There was one thing I wanted to check. Where? Oh, that's much later. I was almost about to say, like, maybe I should stay on until Reb starts streaming so that I can give you all over to Reb for more D&D art. But no, Reb isn't streaming for like another couple of hours still, so I'm not gonna stay streaming that long. That would be too much. That would be too much. Too much. You know what's wild? And I don't know why this is... Okay. Well, two, I guess this is somewhat free spooky story. Here, I'll put the stuff that I did today side by side. I think I'm starting to wrap up. Like, as soon as I stopped painting scrambles, I was like, actually, I'm kind of tired. Can I get stuff side by side? We'll do a little yapping. Okay, I'll leave Scrambles on here because Scrambles is the one that you can actually see the most clearly. I really love the colors on this one though. This one's going to turn out really pretty. The purple in person is a little bit more rich and rosy. It's very pretty. My boy, Scrambles. The goodest boy. Good time boy. What was I about to say? Oh, yeah, a little bit of a free spooky story. So, I have a downstairs neighbor, right, who plays music. I've talked about him a few times. Some people know him as the Champagne Supernova guy because he had a while where one of his warm-up songs was Champagne Supernova. And it would like come up through my radiator sometimes. And sometimes I would sing back to him. And it was just really funny to hear Champagne Supernova like randomly. I actually prefer when he sings his original stuff, or at least stuff that I think is his original stuff, because he has a really pretty voice then. But when he's trying to imitate other singers, he sounds awful. So I don't know. But anyways, the only thing is, so, it has to be that it's not coming from the apartment directly below me, but a different apartment. And somehow it just sounds like it's coming from directly below me. Because I found out again last night, Prince got out. It's okay. When she gets out, she gets scared and she comes running back to the house pretty quickly. But lately, anytime that she gets out, she runs like a little, like if she's just possessed, and she runs straight to the downstairs door, the downstairs neighbor door, immediately. Runs right down the hall, right down the stairs, and right to that door. Like she's never been there, but she just keeps going there over and over and over again. But the reason why I say the music has to be coming from a different apartment is that, well, like a year ago, I saw that the apartment was basically boarded up. It had tape all around the door. It was sealed up. It just was vacant. Nobody was in there. And when I started hearing the music again, because there was a while where I didn't hear the music, so I thought, oh, something must have happened. And then maybe they had to like fumigate the apartment or they had to renovate it. Something, right? And maybe like the guy moved out. And then when I started hearing the music again, I was like, oh, he moved back, so he must be back. But last night, Prince went to that apartment again. And I saw that the apartment was even more taped up and completely closed off and more abandoned looking than it had been the last time I saw it. So, I don't know where this music is coming from. I don't know who this band is. Or why they keep I don't know where they're coming from. I like how they sound. I don't know where they're coming from. And the apartment below me is apparently like sealed off like a hazard area. And Prince is obsessed with like trying to figure out, like trying to go in there. And she doesn't do that. It's very strange for her to do that. Usually, like before she started getting obsessed with that one apartment, she will go out into the hall, get overwhelmed by being out in the big building hall, and then run back home. And she'll wait at the door to go back inside because she doesn't want to be out. She wants to go back home. So it's usually really easy to get Prince when she slips out. Sometimes she just gets curious and she just wants to explore. But she's been trying to get out specifically to see this one apartment that's underneath us. And I don't know why. Because it's abandoned. And it's still abandoned. It's been like 2 years with it being like that now. So, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know what's going on with that. Prince has not mastered the English language yet, so she cannot tell me what is going on with that. It's a mystery. It's a mystery. Yeah, I don't know what it is. It is very strange. It is very strange because she usually, she also doesn't like she'll be a little bit of a brat, but Prince is actually pretty well trained. And yes, cats can be trained. Prince is very well trained, and she's actually very well behaved. She gets like sulky and she gets attitude, but overall she's very well behaved. And so like her disobeying me and running off like that is not a thing she does. It just isn't. Like, she loves being here. She loves being in the apartment. And like I said, when she gets out, usually she just goes, oh, this sucks actually, and she runs back home like within seconds. But for some reason, and like this last time when I picked her up to take her away from that door, because she's not even like trying to go into other places. She's just sitting right in front of this door and staring at it wide-eyed, right? And like when I picked her up, like she was so transfixed she didn't fight me at first. But when she realized I was taking her away from that door, she started fighting me so hard. And she doesn't do that. So it's like she was really, really upset that I was taking her away from this door. And not angry, but like distressed. Like she was getting really, really, really distressed. So it was, I don't know, it was really bizarre. She was like fine after I put her back in the apartment. Like a minute later she was back to her old self again. She was fine. But yeah, it was really strange. So like I don't know, maybe they just have the one theory that I have, right? This is the one theory that I have. Not spookies. Makes a fun ghost story, but ghosts aren't real. But they're fun stories. But the one theory that I have is that if it's boarded up, right? If it's like taped up and everything like that, maybe it had to get fumigated at some point. Maybe it had to get pest controlled or something at some point. Listen to this music as I put my red string board together. Maybe, right? Maybe it had to just like get some kind of pest control. And maybe this is what I'm thinking of, like what's making Prince just go absolutely batty and like weird is that maybe they have one of those pest control devices that's like the ultrasonic things still plugged in to the wall there. That's my theory, that Prince is hearing this ultrasonic thing. It sometimes makes her really upset, and like as soon as the door opens she can hear where it's coming from, and that's why she beelines down to that door, because she's very brave. She will go and confront things that is making her upset face on. So she's just trying to like confront this thing face on. That's my theory, is that it's some kind of pest control thing that is just still plugged in, despite the apartment like not being used for like 2 years now. That doesn't explain the mysterious band that I keep hearing that sounds like they're coming from right underneath me. And the apartments are built like Legos. They're all stacked up on top of each other. So the apartment below me is the exact same floor plan as this one. So it's not like me being on top of 2 apartments or something like that. I'm on top of only one apartment, and there's no apartment above me. And there's only one apartment to my side from the room that I hear it from, and it's not that guy. So that part I don't know. I think the door thing maybe could be explained by the theory I came up with. The band, I don't know. Ghost band. Solid theory, thank you. Could be rodent related. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, is that there's just like, maybe there was rats there or something. And they just haven't gotten it. Like, getting an apartment approved for from a full-on city inspection can take months sometimes. So it could just be like the company that owns this building owns many buildings and many apartments. So they could have just let the unit fall through the cracks, honestly. And like they just haven't finished the paperwork for it. But the ghost band, I don't know. That one, I guess it's just ghosts. I don't know. I don't know what to say about that one other than like, ghosts, I guess. I think all that yapping means that I'm at a point where I'm ready to get some breakfast and start getting my day started. I'm about where I was hoping to finish off at. I'm just finishing like 13 minutes early. And I can get you all out of here before there's more ads, too. Ghosts of Tenants Past. Could be a ghost of... Wait, no, I don't want a ghost of David Tennant because he passed. I just want a ghost of David Tennant with him being alive and well, because I would like to be friends with David Tennant. He seems neat. But yeah, today we started 2 watercolors. We've got the piece that will be for Rozzie for her birthday that we'll keep working on. Likely off stream, maybe again on Saturday. And then we've got the scrambles piece that this is making me so happy. I might keep working on these off stream along with the other ones that I was gonna sketch out. And if I do, I will let you know. And we'll probably see each other on Saturday for more painting. But on Friday, tomorrow, I am going to feature... Let me see if I can find the game really quick so that I can show you all and get you all excited for the game that I'm going to show you tomorrow. Because it is really, really cool. And I'm so excited that the demo dropped. I didn't want to make a plan ahead of time because it is actually a single developer on the project, and if they were going to be late with their demo, I don't know. They don't know who I am, so it's just like they wouldn't know that I was waiting, but if they found out somehow I would feel really bad. But no, they did it on time. They met their goal. Or they met their deadline. So let me see if I can find the name and I will drop it so that you all can see. Where is it? And yeah, we're going to look at that game. We're going to look at oh, I know an easier way to find it. Hold on. I'm being silly. I'm like going through a giant list when it's like, no, you have the bookmark already. It's like, I do. You're right. Okay. Hello. Welcome on in. Eli, good morning. Starting to wrap up now, but hello. Yeah, I know. I'm really happy with how Scrambles is starting to turn out. This is going to be really fun by the time that I finish. Here we go. All living things. So tomorrow, which is Friday. How is tomorrow Friday? Ah, Darkbolt, what did you get? Oh wait, let's see. So Eli, you got the coldest water you ever tasted in your hands. Thank you, thank you. Aw, yay, Ash. And then the skull of a horned creature, gilded and jeweled and filled with pleasant mocha latte. With chocolate shavings. Wonderful. Oh, that's great. Thank you. I'm glad you could learn some. But yeah, tomorrow, how is tomorrow Friday already? Tomorrow we're gonna go through the demo of All Living Things. And a few other, which like if you look at it, it is a actual clay, which is insane. Clay stop motion puzzle game based on medieval, not scriptures, medieval book art. Oh, what is it called? Not manuscript. What's the word I'm looking for? But yeah, medieval art. Which is really, really cool. And we'll also be looking at, let's see, where are the other ones? We'll be looking at Papetura, which is also a game that has like a nice little stop motion-y kind of look to it, just like a cool art look to it. And then also a very stop motion-y looking game called Once a Tale. So we will play those 3 demos in a showcase of look at how cool art is in games. And that'll be super fun. Illuminated manuscripts! Thank you! I was like, it's light something. And I was thinking of the word illuminated. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Can't believe I've been sitting outside the cafe the entire time. It was a little weird, but you know what? I mean, I do it all the time, so I can't blame you. Alright, thank you all so much for being here today. This was super fun. I'm really glad I streamed. I really miss doing it. And I know I keep saying I hope to get to a regular schedule soon, but I really do. So hopefully the next couple of days we'll see each other. Thank you all for the follows today. Thank you all for the subscriptions. That was very kind of you too. And also thank you Doikswift for the raid. That was so kind. Yeah. Okay, let's find a place to drop you off to. I'm looking right now through it. I can't see the chat right now, so if you're suggesting people, I can't see it. I'm not ignoring you. I literally can't see you. Okay. Let's see. Oh, we got a couple of choices. Let's see, let's see. Oh. Ooh, Ori is doing a digital debut. Okay, and that would be more art. That could be really cool. I don't know what the debut is of, but it's screaming debut in the title. That's really cool. Yeah, let's do that. Let's keep the art going. Okay, I'm gonna send you over to Machinery. Also goes by Ori. An incredibly amazing digital artist. Like, whoa. Who is doing a debut? A digital debut. I don't know what of, but we'll find out. Everybody, be kind, be nice. The cafe is closing, and I'm gonna send you somewhere good. So, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you all the next time I open up the cafe.